Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining me on this edition of the 6 p.m. primetime newscast on Equinoxe television. And for presentation, I am Immaculate Fogwe. Our major stories tonight: tension remains high in Yaoundé following protest over the alleged sexual abuse of a young child at the Groupe Scolaire Bilingue La Gloire Olympique in Odza. Although a calm has gradually returned around the school premises after the intervention of government officials and security forces, public outrage continues to grow, with many Cameroonians demanding justice and stronger protection for children. That's our lone major story tonight. Good evening once more. Thank you so much for choosing Equinoxe Television. If you're just joining us, then know you're watching the 6 p.m. primetime newscast on Equinoxe Television, and we are broadcasting live from our economic capital city, Douala, precisely in Accra. Begin this news with this major story coming from Yaoundé as tension gripped the premises of a Groupe Scolaire Bilingue La Gloire Olympique in Odza this Thursday as protesters gathered to denounce the alleged sexual abuse of a 2-year-old pupil of the school. The protest unfolded under heavy police and gendarmerie presence, while the divisional officer for Yaoundé 4 visited the scene in a bid to restore calm, assuring the public that investigations are underway to ensure those responsible are brought to justice. Malaglary has more in this report.
Dressed in black, protesters held placards demanding justice for baby Joyce and calling for stronger child protection laws. The angry women stormed the La Gloire Olympic School in Odja, Yaoundé this morning, protesting after a 2-year-old child was allegedly raped. Surrounded by police and gendarmerie officers, the crowd expressed outrage not just over this case, but over a recent surge in reported assaults against minors across Cameroon. According to the witnesses, the child's mother was initially denied entry into the school campus when she arrived to demand answers. The growing unrest prompted the divisional officer for Yaoundé 4 to intervene at the scene. The official condemned the alleged assault, emphasizing that children are the nation's future leaders and must be protected. In response, the management of La Gloire Olympic School issued a statement on the 27th of May, claiming that the child left the campus with a parent on May 25, 2026, before the incident was reported to them later that evening. The school maintains that only a full investigation will reveal the truth of what exactly happened. Government officials are now stepping in as the regional delegate for basic education, in a release published on May 28, has ordered a separate and independent investigation into the matter to ensure full clarity and justice for the toddler.
And at the school premises, the Minister of Basic Education, the Minister of Women's Empowerment and the Family, the Secretary General of the Ministry of Basic Education were all present to calm the angry protesters, and Basic Education Minister Laurent Serge Etundingwa called on the population to remain calm while assuring them that investigations are ongoing to shed light on the matter and equally bring those responsible to justice. Right now, take a listen to the Minister of Basic Education in this excerpt.
We are the governor, my colleague ministers who are here, and the other staff. We are the administration, and we have justice in the other hand. So, we came to be sure that what we were hearing about happen effectively here or not. The parents told their story, and the administration of this school told also its story. And what the president asked us to come and see is to talk with parents, with the administration, so that calm and quietness rain here. We ask for that because many pupils are still schooling here. According to what we heard here, this school is here from, I say, 2005 or 7. 2007. This school has been running here quietly. And we didn't come to replace the justice, no. We came to call order back, understanding for things to move when justice authorities are still following the file, and we will take care also that it has been resumed of the young kid who got what they told us. This is the reason why we are here. So you, journalists, tell the population that there is a problem in another level, at the level of justice. It's not a crowded problem to move all around and try to induce riots here. We don't need riots. The president needs quietness. He needs calm here. This is the story. Thank you.
Just listen there to Cameroon's Minister of Basic Education, Laurent Serge Tundingwa, speaking on the microphone of our Yaoundé-based correspondent, Marcelin Gansop. And now in other news, a viral CCTV video is now aiding security forces in the search for the men suspected of killing a cold box operator, Ara Agbo, in Limbe last month. According to the police, the footage clearly captures the faces of two suspects believed to have carried out that attack. And authorities are now calling on the public to help identify and report the suspects who were seen fleeing on a commercial motorcycle. Smajikan Gabriel has more on that.
The footage, which has spread widely on social media, shows two men on a commercial motorcycle. They were being chased by a taxi through GRA neighborhood in Bota Limbe, Fako Division. Security forces say these are the same men wanted for the murder of Ara Agbo Bawak Egbe, Epus Beche Agbo. She was popularly known as Miss Ara. Miss Ara was shot and killed at a close range on Tuesday, May 6, 2026, at the GRA junction. Eyewitnesses say armed assailants stormed her workplace, seized a bag containing cash, and fled on a motorcycle. Following the release of the CCTV images, security forces have raised an alarm. They are urging the public to be vigilant and to report any sighting of the two men seen on the motorcycle. The killing sparked protests in Limbe, with members of the Association of Mobile Money Vendors taking to the streets over the death of their colleague. Authorities say they are counting on public support to arrest the suspects and bring them to justice. Anyone with information has been asked to contact the nearest security post.
And now we talk something else. The mayor of Tuburo has called on Cameroon's national airline, Cameco, to urgently reopen the Gaoundéré-Garoua air route, warning that the economy of the Grand North is at the verge of collapsing. In an urgent correspondence, the mayor describes the road linking the two cities as catastrophic and nearly impassable, a situation he says is severely affecting trade, movement and equally economic activities across the northern regions. Femi Armstrong-Sanda is a man on that story.
In his later address to the Director General of Cameco, the mayor of the Tuburo Council in the north asked for an immediate resumption of flights between the cities of Garoua and Gaoundéré. As for the reasons, the mayor said the national road connecting the two cities is now in a catastrophic state. The 222-kilometer stretch, a vital link between Cameroon's Adamawa and North regions, has become a nightmare for travelers. For years, neglect and heavy rains have left the asphalt riddled with deep craters and collapsed sections. During the rainy season, entire portions turned into mud pits, stranding dozens of trucks and passenger vehicles. Reports speak of journey times exploding from 4 hours to sometimes over 12 hours. Accidents are frequent and many drivers now simply refuse to take on the stretch. The economic consequences are severe. The road is the main artery for moving cattle and maize as well as onion from the northern breadbasket to the rest of Cameroon. With the road nearly broken, products rot before reaching the market. Transport costs have tripled, pushing up food prices in cities like Douala and Yaoundé. Farmers in Toboro and surrounding towns are losing income while small businesses face shortage of fuel and basic goods. By reviving the 45-minute flight between Gandre and Garwa, the mayor of Toboro argues Cameco could bypass the crumbling route entirely, keeping people and the northern economy moving. The airline has yet to respond to the plea of the mayor of Toboro for now. Meantime, local actors warn that without action, one of Cameroon's key trade corridors could grind into a complete halt.
And now, women leaders from various backgrounds met at a working roundtable this morning to discuss barriers keeping African women out of key positions of power and equally decision-making. The main issues raised were lack of visibility, limited access to influential networks, and also undervaluation of women's skills and leadership. Participants emphasized the problem isn't lack of competence. Details once more with Fomi Armstrong-Sander.
Today, women lead, run businesses, create jobs, and actively participate in transforming the society. Yet, despite their influence and impact, many African women remain underrepresented in spaces of power and decision-making.
The observation that we made is that women, they are doing things, they are innovating, but it's difficult to really quantify their contribution in our society.